Drugs. A study was carried out to test the efficacy of 3 different drugs, A, B, and C, in relieving headaches. 80 patients took part in the study, and all 80 patients were given the opportunity to test all 3 drugs. Okay, so the following results were obtained. So we got a whole lot of information here, and what we're going to do is just work through this information, and, it doesn't say here use a Venn diagram, but we kind of know that we're going to use a Venn diagram for this. So let's get one ready here. So I'm going to draw a nice, neat rectangle just for once, and we've got our 3 different things, drug A, B, and C. So let's capture that. I think it's funny enough to draw these as just kind of wonky circles. So let's do everything to do with drug A in blue. Let's go purple for B, and we go up here somewhere. And we should probably label these things. That would be useful. So we've got A and we've got B. And I go into my little usual corner here. And finally, we've got orange, seems like a nice one. Let's draw C over here. And like a proper Venn diagram, everything overlaps. We've got all possibilities. And up here, we've got our sample space. Now, it said that there were 80 patients, so let's capture that up here. There are 80 in the sample space altogether. This C is kind of feels very weird to me that it's over there. Maybe C down there. And let's kind of work our way through bit by bit. 40 reported relief from drug A. So I'm not going to do this for each of these, but kind of the idea here is that whole space there is A. So we know that all of those add up to 40. Doesn't really help us because we have no idea of the makeup. Is it 10, 10, 10, 10? Is it 40, 0, 0, 0? We don't know at all. So the same applies to the other bits of information. So go away. There we go. It went away. So, 40 is for A, and some over here for B, and for C. Okay, so we'll use that information shortly. 21 reported relief from both drugs A and C. So let's just see where that is in our diagram. So 21 A and C. So A and C where they overlap. So that's kind of that area over there, right? Now, again, doesn't help us fill in the diagram just yet because we don't know if that's 10 and 11. We don't know if it's 21 and 0 or 0 and 21. No idea at all. All we know is that that's 21. I'm sure it'll be useful shortly enough. And let's do the same thing over here. 18 from B and C. Okay, well, B and C. So again, kind of think about where in the diagram you're highlighting, where that information is. It doesn't help us fill it in, but soon enough we'll know that. Okay, 68 reported relief from at least one of the drugs. Okay, well, that means that if we looked at, highlighting all of these things, that must all be 68. Well, that helps us with something because if there were 80 altogether and there's 68 in here, it means there must be 12 that unfortunately didn't get relief from any drugs. Okay, so that's that, and we'll probably come back to that information. 7 reported relief from all 3 drugs. Finally we can fill something in, and let's put it there in red in the middle. 7 got help from all of them. So that's where everything intersects. So now we can work our way back up again and go, well, 18 were from B and C. So B and C, we said that area highlighted over there, which means, I'm going to do it in blue because that relates. That means that must be 11, right? Because 18 are in there. Drugs A and C, that was 21, which means we can put 14 over there because then this whole area over here is 21. Yeah, so we kind of, sometimes I'm going to tick them off because I've used that information. I might reuse it. Now, other bits of information, well, 40 reported from drug C. Well, that's useful because this whole orange block here, this whole thing here is 40. Well, we got all the other bits. So, I don't know, those seem like way too big numbers for me. So, somewhere over here, calculator. There we go. Only works when it's got the magical sound. So we've got 40 altogether, 40 minus those 14, 7, and 11. So we've got 8 left in this little corner over here. Okay, then we start running out of bits of information because 35 reported from drug B. Now, drug B is this whole bit over here. So let's just do this and say, well, it's this whole bit over here, right? But there are 2 bits we don't know. And the same is going to apply for the 44A. They're going to be 2 bits we don't know. So what generally works as a nice go-to strategy, I mean, you might have another one slightly, but kind of what works quite well sometimes is you just pop an X in the middle there. I'm going to do it over here because I actually want to write what X equals once we figured it out. And well, if that's X, then for B, we've got 35 altogether. So we've got 7 and 11. We've got 18 so far. So where's this thing? Oh, this is these numbers, right? 35 minus 7 minus 11. So 17. So we must have another 17 minus whatever that X is. So just check that for yourself. If we add all of these things in the B blob together, we should get 35. 7 plus 11 plus 17 is 35 minus X plus X. Well, that's kind of like cancel each other out. So we're good to go. And then the same on this one here. We've got 40 altogether. We've already got 21. So let's just check 40 minus those 21, which means we've got another 19, but we're going to have to subtract whatever that middle number is. Okay, so now we've used all our bits of information. We've filled in our diagram. And finally, to find X, well, we're going to reuse this bit of information to say, well, wait, if we add everything together in these blobs, we should get 68 because there's 68 altogether. In fact, if we added everything together, we should get 80. So we could add everything plus the 12 to get 80, or just the things in the blobs to give us 68. So in other words, our equation might be something like 19 minus X plus 17 minus X. Those are those things. Let's plus that 7 in the middle. We've got the 14 over there. We've got the 11 down there, plus 11. Let's get rid of that. And we've got our 8 over there. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I double up? 19 minus X plus, because that was one thing. So, just checking that we've got everything. And we said if we add all of those things up, we're going to get 68. Okay, so let's add these things up. As you may well guess, I'm going to use the calculator. Only had to have the harp sound once to get it going. And we're going to add all those things up to go, well, 19 plus 17. So go for it, plus 7 plus 14 plus 11 plus 8. And I think we get 76. So we got 76 if we add all those things. Minus X plus X minus X is minus X equals 68. Okay, add X, subtract 68. So 8 equals X. Cool, so we can fill that in over here. X equals 8. So 19 minus 8 gives us 11. And 17 minus 8 gives us 9. Feels a little bit cluttered, so maybe just plan for putting both those bits of information in. Just captures it nicely. And after all of that, what we're finally ready to do is tackle the questions. Of course, the meat of the question was actually creating our diagram. From here, we can solve anything. So now we're looking, let's just get ready to highlight drugs A and B, but not C. So A and B, but not C. So it needs to be in both, but not including that 7. So in other words, it's just that 8 in the middle over there. So let's just write that down. So the probability then is 8 out of 80, because we're choosing just someone at random. So 8 out of 80, and that's 1 out of 10, or as a decimal, 0.1. Then you just write as a decimal to finish off. Okay, part 2. Let's go blue for part 2. And let's see what we got here. So, this needs to be nice and big. Drug A only. So we're looking for this corner over here, but nowhere else. So just drug A, not B, not B and C, not B and A or anything, just there. So that's in that corner. So therefore, it's just those 11 that we've got there. So 11 over 80. And you know what? Let's move out the way. Move away. Come on. And calculate it out. And we go, okay, well, that's interesting. We've got 11 over 80. New effect called the calculator. What do you think? It could work. Okay, so we've got that. And we STD to go 0,1375, 1375. Choose how many decimal places. Now my funny calculator's in the way. 0,1375. There we go. So there's kind of our thinking for that. Hopefully somewhat useful. I think we need to maybe just head back to our drugs.